Hey, Butterfly family. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Well, I decided to do a quickie part three energy reading on Riley Strain. Um, Many of you already know what his missing case is all about. Okay, I've done like I don't call it part one, but I did the first reading on him. Then I waited, I think like 3 days later. Then I did the second reading on him, and this is the second reading right here. Um, the missing 22-year-old that went missing in downtown Nashville. And in this reading, a lot of, to me, a lot of detailed information had came out in that reading. Now, I had mentioned in that part two reading that I was not going to revisit this case anymore because I feel like what I put out there, everything is really up to the authorities family, okay? I can do 5 to 10 readings on Raleigh strain, but at the end of the day, and it's not me, there are others. But at the end of the day, if the authorities do not take what we have to say and look into it, family, um, this could possibly be a cold case. Now, let me say this. I don't feel like this one is going to be a cold case. I truly believe that they will find Riley, but it'll be in the Most High God's divine timing. And I don't know everything, but I do knows what I know. I'm not personally me. I'm not sensing Riley. It's a good chance he may not be with us, but we know with God all things are possible. So stay in prayer, you guys. No matter what you see and hear in these readings, keep the faith, and most importantly, just pray that Riley will be found no matter what. Okay, family. Um, Let me put a disclaimer out there. Whatever you see and hear in this energy reading, okay, that I'm about to do, it is not factual. It is allegedly, and this is for entertainment purpose only. Okay, I don't see this entertainment, but I have to say that many people watch for many, many reasons. Much love to my butterflies, my subscribers, my new subscribers. I see you guys out there. Thank you for your love and support. Much love to my channel members. I love you guys. Shout out to at Tarot Destiny. Shout out to Dr. Ducherry. Shout out to even to my sister Ingrid, okay, who's been with me. I want to say from day one. She's very loving and a big heart and supportive. So thank you, Ingrid. I see you out there. So anyway, um, and as well as many of you who have been with me, okay, on my journey here. I appreciate you guys. Now, getting back to Raleigh Strain, okay. Um, the main reason I decided to do a third, okay, and hopefully this will be the last one because there are other readings that I want to look into. So for those that are my subscribers, you must be a subscriber of mine, okay? If I feel that you're not, I'm not going to look into the case. You want a favor? Well, hey, give and receive, okay? You must be a subscriber of mine. But for anyone who would like for me to look into any other cases, okay, subscribe to your sister, okay, and support me. Subscribe to me and put your request out there, and I will look into the cases, okay, family. But the main reason I decided to do a three is because when I look into the energies of the authorities, I remember when the parent did a press conference, right? And I don't know, I just wasn't getting a good vibe from the authority official. I don't know if it was the lead detective that was speaking, um, but it's just the energy as far as the background energy of the authority officials. I'm not saying that they're not looking now, okay? But, I do remember, I don't know if it was the head chief, authority official, but he made some kind of comment a while back, that their hands are kind of tied. It's a lot going on, and they're very busy, and in so many words, it seemed like they didn't really have the manpower, you know, um, to put into this case, but they're going to make an effort because they have other cases that they're looking into, and that makes family. I gets it, okay. But when the parents had that press conference, right, and the mom didn't speak, but the current husband was speaking, and Riley, biological father, made some comments or whatever, and the mom, she just distraught, okay, rightfully so. But the authority official that stood up and was speaking, um, for one thing, he was thanking the public, and the TikTokers. But I can tell, I just pick up on certain things about people, okay? I'm sure he meant well in his way, okay? But the energy that I was getting, you know, they don't want to be outshined, if you know what I mean. They do not want to be outshined, meaning they really don't want nobody coming in, okay, doing their job, okay, and getting results. Pretty much the TikTokers finding that uh, bank card, that should have been the authorities, okay? That should have been the authority that should have found, that bank card. As you see, the boats are out there. They're out there on that river, they're searching. But 9 times out of 10, we all know they should have been searching that area, period. They should have had, boots on the ground and searching, that area, period, especially by the bridge. All right. Cause they came by my reading, overpass bridge. And the point I'm trying to make is if they take the public tips seriously, family, we would be farther ahead than where we are now. Right now, do you know it's a standstill? That's when I picked up my spirit. It's a standstill right now. And it's really tied to ego. Okay. It's really tied to ego. Their egos not being stroked enough because, you know, right now they're not making any progress and they really don't know where the hell Riley is, okay? They're just going by their own little gut instinct or where, he should be in the water. And he might be in the water. And Riley might, but the area that they're looking in, I'm gonna say it again. I feel like water is around. I don't feel that he's actually in the water. I feel like water is somewhere around. And the fact that Riley went missing in a location where there is water, that's why a lot of us are picking up on water. Because see, when he went missing in that location, it's nothing but water. But I'm sensing, and everything I'm saying, I'm repeating myself. Okay, check out my videos. Okay, the words coming out of my mouth. I'm sensing that he was removed from that area. Okay, all these little, you know, uh, evidence pointing here and there and there. These people are just gaslighting the public as well as the authority official. Okay, that's pretty much what they're doing. You know, um, they're pretty much just trying to throw the authorities off, and it's interesting how they're throwing. It's interesting how they're where they're placing the little evidence at. It's near the water. To keep everybody looking over here. Look over here in this area when really he's like further down. If you know what I mean. I'm gonna say it again. I sense that Riley crossed paths with somebody that's considered as a stranger, but it's more to the story. I was picking up on a female energy from day one. I let many of you know that I was picking up on a female energy from day one. Um, but you had to go back and understand what I meant by that, okay? And as y'all see, because I think the stepdad or the friend of the family did mention that Riley was texting someone, and that happens to be a female, okay? I was picking up on like females issues of going on with him also. He had a lot going on with him, okay? He had a lot going on with him. But um I'm trying to stay focused because it's so much I want to say, family. I don't know everything. Say it again, but I know what I know. It's so much I want to say, but I don't want to come off like all over the place, okay? I'm trying not to do that. I'm not spiritually talking. I'm just pretty much going over what has came out in my readings already. Okay, but what came out of my reading was pretty much, and I am going to skip. Okay, uh, while he was walking, I feel like he was going to meet up with somebody. Okay, um, in my reading, the word park came out. In my reading, Riley was in a vehicle. Okay, it didn't say picked up in a vehicle, but he was transported by a vehicle. Um, while he was in a company, this individual, I'm getting boundaries being crossed. Okay, and also I got stolen and robbed. Okay, so yeah, they did take his personal items. Okay, his personal items were taken. You know, but they scattered the evidence. They scattered it, and they doing all of that just trying to throw people off. Let me just say that. But where he was taken, I feel like he's further. Like, okay, for instance, where his bank card was found, right? I feel like he's further down. I want to say outside the area because in my reading, the word wreckage came out. It came out twice. I believe it came out in the first reading, I believe, and then it came out in the second reading. And so I will think to myself, well, maybe when he got in the car with this individual, it could have had maybe a car wreck or something like that. You know, things do happen. It could have had like vehicle problems, flat tire. You never know. But also landfill came out, and at the time I was not putting both of them together. Landfill, wreckage, you get it? And I don't mean like a normal landfill when it comes to trash. No, I'm talking about a dump site, wreckage. You get it? Where people dump like it's just a dump site. It's just a dump site where people just dump like furniture. You know how people do. Instead of they're taking these furnitures and these mattresses. You get them going. Instead of taking these furnitures and mattresses to the proper location, people like to. It's a certain site that people go to where they want to dump things. Okay, I feel like he's in an area like that. Uh, but I was getting also uh, um, I was getting also energy of outside the area. Okay, so getting back to that spot where his car was, I feel like Raleigh could be anywhere from 7 to 10 miles away from that area right there. So due to the flow, due to the flow of the river, I don't know if it's from east to west or west to east, but due to the flow of the river, anywhere from 7 to 10 miles down, okay, wherever that location is, okay, because uh, abandoned building or abandoned house came out in my reading. Also, the energy of outside of the area came out in my reading. That's what needs to be checked out. Not just that area right in there where the car was, okay? That's just smoke screen. They need to go further out, okay? And last time I checked, they was like near the dam area check, checking it, that's fine. Cause if he actually in the water, his body will eventually show up right in that area, okay? Depends on the level of the water. But I feel like he's uh I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I feel like he's not in the water, unless he's being moved. Now, if he's being moved, he would be in that water, okay? But I feel like wherever he is, water is around. Yeah, I mean, because that whole area is nothing but water all around. And I feel like that's the impression of water because, for one thing, he was very emotional. Because a lot of times I get background information. He's very emotional anyway, okay? Um, Cause I feel like he was dealing with some kind of something pertaining to relationships. They came out reading, that's background judge. That's background information. So water represents, emotions. Being emotional. And then not only that, but when he was walking, it was nothing but water. So I feel like it's the impression a lot of us was getting was water, water. But I do feel like where he is, water is somewhere around. But I'm just not sensing that he's actually in water. what's coming to me is he's a little farther away. I'm going to say it outside of the area, not that far, but outside the area, going a good 7 to 10 miles. But he's in a location to where it's like abandoned buildings, abandoned houses, and a dump site. Okay, a dump site. Anybody who's familiar with that area, where is the main dump site where people be just? I mean, I'm sure there's all kind of dump sites, but boots on the ground. Go further out. Look at the dump site areas where there's wreckage, okay, or furniture dropped off, mattress, whatever you name it. Look for areas like that. He will be outside, not in plain view as far as like, oh, there you go. No, he's covered and he's in something that's dark. I feel like he's in a dark look because what came out was dark hole. Okay, that's what I'm getting, dark hole. It means something. Okay, he could be in something like that and covered up, if you know what I mean. And you never know. Maybe he's in one of those wreckage um, dump sites, in a trunk. You just never know. And I didn't get trunk, but I'm just throwing it out there, okay? That is pertaining to something dark, because wherever he is, he's trapped. But anyway, I'm getting ready to redo this reading again. I will say this, get back to the frat brothers. I feel like he was sabotaged there. Okay, and I do feel like he was drugged. Yes, indeed. I kept getting um, question employment. It came out for a reason. It's something to it. It came out for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. And I feel like he was having issues with one of those frat brothers. Okay, because I got fake friends. He would have issues with one of them. Let me just say that. And it could be more, but I'm getting definitely one. And I feel like when it comes to those that are involved, I'm getting three. Female came out all alone in my rating. Okay, possibly one female, two guys, or three guys. But still, I'm getting a female in the mix. Okay, I'm getting a female in the mix, and I'm not just saying it just to be saying it. It came out my rating. Okay, so anyway, he was lured. Okay, and let's just keep rallying our prayers that he will be found no matter what for his family's sake. And there's nothing like not knowing. Okay, and yeah. But he was definitely he got into a vehicle. And let me say this also. I kept getting the word con, like scam con. Well, the ultimate scam con was Riley was on his foot walking. And y'all see he was having a hard time. He was staggering and everything. I feel like he was con and scam because one thing, he stood out like a sore thumb. And I feel like they would offer him a ride, okay? And when he got in that vehicle, it was all she wrote. It was all she wrote. Uh, that's he got in that vehicle. Yeah, I feel like they took advantage of him and crossing boundaries and all of that. Okay, so but it's still more to the story. It's more I want to say, but I feel like it's gonna go with many of your heads because everybody's seeing things from a certain perspective, and that's understandable. But a lot of times, the spirit will give me background information. It's more to the story. This case is juicy. I see why. It's like because see, benefactor came out. That's what I'm saying. That came in my reading, and nobody really questioning that. What's that all about, benefactor? Nobody's really questioning that. But it's more to the story, fam. That's all I'm going to say. But somebody definitely calling shots, and this is personal to somebody. And I got money paid off. People who are in these streets, you can easily influence them. All you do is give them money. All you gotta do is give them money. Okay. This situation is tied to somebody Riley knows he had a falling out with. Okay. He had a falling out with, and the ball got the rolling from there. Okay. Money being passed, doing this for somebody. I mean, money being passed from the perspective of being paid off to, yeah, something to Riley. But I feel like also it's one big ritual slash um I know I said the word ritual, but y'all get what I'm going with this. You know how these frat brothers like play games with each other. Um, I feel like this is just one big. I'm going to say the word ritual because they always doing rituals, but I feel like this is just something that blown out of proportion. That's the point I'm trying to make. As far as him receiving the uh, whatever they put in this drink, because somebody definitely put some in this drink, okay? Whatever they was placed in this drink, and if they didn't do it, they got somebody to do it, okay? So somebody's playing a part at that company that put something in this drink. That's all I'm going to say. But I feel like they didn't mean for it to go to the left the way it did, cause their stories changed. They were saying he went out the back when the company saying no, 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 no. He went out the front, okay? Because they have their own cameras there as well, okay? He didn't go out the back. They're saying the company is saying that no, no, he went out the front, okay? And his friend came down the stairs, but he didn't walk out with them. He turned around, and went back, you know, uh, to his party, to those frat brothers. So anyway, um, that's all I want to say, family. It's more I want to say, but you don't need going there. The authorities are not going to listen. There are tips that are coming in now when it comes to eyewitness, just tips. And to me, they're not taking this seriously at all. They don't even see this as a crime scene. Okay, his shirt being removed, his bank card being removed. Come on, what do they think happened to him? If they checking the water, obviously this is like a cleanup. Obviously something happened to him. They do not want to be outshined by people. Okay, I'm telling you, and I truly feel like if Riley is found, it might be due to somebody's, just some unknown person might end up finding him. If the authorities do find him, it's because they actually took somebody's tip seriously. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, it will be due to them actually taking somebody's tip seriously. That's the only way I feel like they'll find him, or somebody might just happen to stumble upon and see him in that certain location. All right. As you see, my little scene is a little different. Uh, I just want to show my face because a lot of people don't know who's behind the camera. I'm your sister Corinne, so it's me. I'm behind the camera, okay? So anyway, I'm going to bring this down real quick, okay, family? Let me see something. Let me pull a Riley picture. Let me use this one, okay? Now, well, I'm the kind of reader. I like you to see me, do the work. Okay, I like you to see me shuffle and lay the cards down, and then I show them to you. Okay, I have to be very transparent over here. And my motto is the truth doesn't change. Everybody is bringing something different, to the picture, to the puzzle. But please know, once they get the fitting, sometimes we see and we don't see, okay? And sometimes we hear and we don't hear. But yeah, it's something to it. That's all I'm going to say. All right, it's something to it. But before I actually get started, I want to know what is the current energies of the authorities. All right, and I'm going to turn this down so you can see me shuffle. What is the current energies of the authority official? Let me see. Do I want to use this right cord? Let me see. I like the facts check. Hold on. Holy Spirit leads me to all truth and clarity about Riley Strain. What is the current energies of the authorities, officials in the present? How we know energy can shift and change at any time. What is the current energies of the authorities, officials in the present? Now, it's a lot going on that, right? It's been an ongoing investigation. It's a lot going on that the authorities are not even speaking up on, okay? But they can have their theories as well. Let me just say that, okay? So I got here backstab. What do you think about when you hear the word backstab? You think about betrayal, don't you? I got here backstab, pain, cheating, deception, mind games. So in a way, the authorities feel like they're being, excuse my French, they feel like they're being fucked over. Okay, remember I said gaslighting, mind games, and love bomb. I don't know if y'all can see it that good. So don't get me wrong, they know what they know. Okay, they know what they know. But they're not gonna put it out there as though they feel like they're being gaslighted. Okay, like I said, in a way, they're in a standstill because it's like so much is coming at them. Where people are saying, "No, look over here, look over there, look over here," but then they're seeing all this evidence is scattered all over the place. They really don't know what to make of this case, to tell you the truth. Okay, but what stood out to me is deception. Okay, they do feel like there's some deception in this case. All right. Give me a minute. Let me get my thoughts together. What is the current energy surrounding Riley Strain case? What's the current energy surrounding Riley Strain case in the present? What's the current energy surrounding Riley Strain case in the present? This speaks volume. This speaks volume. It says left you hanging. Yeah, somebody left him hanging. They sure did. It also says no closure, no contact, left on red. See that, like the hangman? Basically, wherever he was dropped off, whatever was done to him, okay, in that certain location, they abandoned him, okay, they abandoned him and dropped him off somewhere, left you hanging. What is the current energies of Riley Strain? What's the current energies of Riley Strain? What's the current energy of Riley Strain? What's the current energy of Riley Strain? What is the current energies of Riley Strain? Wow, that's deep. Mm. Well, I can tell with Riley and his mom, they were very close. Um, his thoughts are definitely on his family. Let me just say that, okay? It has here family, and right here it says, "I love you." Now I can get this on Riley whether he is alive with us or deceased. I can still get this energy, okay? His thoughts are of his family, and he's saying, "I love you." Let me bring this up some. I hope you guys can see. Let me bring this up some. See, hold up. So I feel like this is his message for his family. Okay, family, I love you, and it says love message. And this is the Jush, the behind the scenes Jush concerning Riley. It has here fairy tale, okay? And then on the top it says phony, trickster, and illusion. I believe that he thought they were going to help him, probably possibly give him a ride, but the joke was on Riley. They had other hideous agendas towards him. All right, not happy. Sorry about that. Let's get to the nitty gritty, shall we? I'm getting ready to turn this around. Many of you have already seen my face, okay? I'm going to turn this around, go over here to my work area, my workstation, and let's see what the spirit has to say concerning Riley Strain case, okay? Let me move this over. Let me get a quick sip of my coffee. Let me say this real quick. Shout out to JR, the PI, the YouTube investigator. He really goes the extra mile, and he's out there now. Only thing that pisses me off is I feel like I'm just praying for those that are his subscribers, okay, that are close to him to where he would listen to you. Try to get him to start looking at other locations, not just that area where the bank card was found. Okay. I was picking up on overpath and bridge but that's due to evidence found in those locations. Okay, and it could have been Riley in those locations. But the point I'm trying to make is, stand the search a little further away. Okay, a good stretch, 7 to 10 miles down, and check these locations, these dump sites, okay? That's why I feel like JR needs to be looking. If Roddy has not been moved, and please know, you'd be surprised who watch social media. I just don't want JR getting to run around because while he's there, he could really he's what I call definitely some good boots on the ground. I just feel like somebody just try to talk to him and tell him to, and I know he has to have a reason to do it. And if somebody say, well, a psychic or medium, whatever, said it, he might not do it. I don't know his mindset when it comes to people like us. But now, not saying he won't find other clues around the area, but I just, I'm like, JR, you know, I feel like who people who's talking to him got him in that little area right there. JR, you got to extend that search, extend a little further out. Pretty much in this case, you're gonna have to really step outside the box. You got to step outside the box in this case. I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, uh, got to step outside the box. All I got to say. Stretch out a little further, okay, and look into these other areas to where he could possibly be, okay. And I know it's a stretch, but that's what I sense that he needs to do. So let's go ahead and get started with this energy reading. I don't want to make this video that long. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Oh boy. But anyway, I feel like the authorities, they feel like they're being fucked, if you know what I mean, getting to run around because so far they're not getting anywhere. And they know what they know. Please know that they know what they know. They know that there's some deception going on here, but due to the fact they're not like actually seeing any evidence of foul play, they're not trying to go there. But I just wish they take the public more seriously. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, take these tips more seriously. If they're not gonna listen to y'all, they sure hell ain't gonna listen to me, and none of us who do these kind of readings. They're not gonna listen to us. But you know, I just pray that they listen to somebody. Okay. Holy Spirit leads me to all truth, seeking clarity on the disappearance of Riley Strain. What the current energy that's going on with Riley? What led up to his disappearance? And this is my homemade crime deck family. I like to put my own energy in my own work. Okay. And I let the spirit do the talking. Riley just has that innocent look to him, doesn't he? But I told y'all he's a light, and a light stands out so brightly that it can agitate people who have a lot of darkness within them. That they just want to attack you because they want to, you know, dim your light or cut it off. These people were like a moth to a flame. You hear me? And my messages do repeat themselves. If y'all check out part one and part two, you're gonna see a lot of these messages repeating themselves. I can't make it up. It may not make sense to many of you, but it means something. Now, I'm going to explain because I know how my readings work. I'm going to explain the messages as I go. Okay, I'm gonna bring this over. I'm gonna bring this over. Help ears to hear. I look at this as past, present, future, and outcome, but I also see them as random messages. Okay. When Riley was in the bar with his frat brothers, I told many of you that it's like, well, I was picking up with him. It's like he was there with them, but it was a sense of disconnection. Okay, he just was not feeling it for whatever reason. All right, he was there, but he wasn't there. They discarded me like trash, throw away and abandoned me. Now this is the energy right here. This is the energy. Well, hold on. This is the energy that I'm talking about right here. I will show this, but this is the energy I'm talking about when he was with his frat brothers. Hint: three is a crowd or just feeling left out and overlooked. Now it might not be three as a crowd, okay? But this is the energy how he was feeling. Now let's get back to this. They discarded me like trash, throw away and abandoned me. So he was in a vehicle. It says they. Well, he was in a vehicle with these individuals. Okay, they discarded him. And those are the key word: trash. Took advantage of, overpowered them. Self sabotage has built up uncontrolled anger, and I feel like this is just due to um Riley drinking. I do sense that he was arguing with someone, okay, due to confrontation. But I got here self sabotage, okay, and they just due to how you're moving out here. All right. Now the word rock did come out. I think it came out in my rating, but anyway, creek, rock, trees, wooded area. So you see, like you see a path, and you see trees on both sides. See that? This what JR need to be looking into. Okay, not just staying in that one particular area. And I get it. Uh, his subscribers. A lot of them feel like he's just in that little area. But JR needs to move. He needs to be looking at areas like this: creek, rock, trees, wooded area, and paths. So as you see, there's a path. There's trees on both sides. Found out about their secret, not committed. This means something, okay? Because something like this came out in my other readings as well. The key word is found out about a secret. Had an argument, not seeing eye to eye due to a disagreement. And the authorities are like, when we feel like, we don't. It seems like to me a lot of, the tips that's coming to the authorities, or the feedback that's coming from the public. The authorities are trying to like cancel it out just because they don't see it on the cameras. But then there are a lot of areas that Riley was walking, there weren't cameras. You're not gonna see every damn thing. A lot of them people know that area. They know where to make a move and when not to make a move. I mean, really. Look at that. Look at that. Question the driver. Now, if he didn't get in a vehicle with anybody, why would this come out? Question the driver. Don't want to be exposed. Being secretive, my business. And this came out in my first or second reading, Southwest. And if it ain't Southwest, I'm getting hit on South, period. I see a lot of people just going by the current of that river, east or west. But I feel like they took him somewhere else. They want y'all to stay in that area, okay? And can I be wrong? Absolutely. This is a clue. It says garage. Something about garage. That's a clue, okay? Maybe that can be tied to abandoned homes, all right? Because I'm getting that also. That came out in my reading. This is another clue, ribbon. It means something. Ribbon. Sometimes these people have like markers. I have here set on fire, burning. It's a clue. Location near the missing person home, not far. Now, his location may not be near his home, but the key word is home. I think about a house. And also not far. I feel like he's still not far, but he's in that certain location I was telling many of you about. As y'all see, I'm being transparent. I don't shuffle. I'm just showing you what's coming out. When trying to support and stick by a friend goes wrong. Not alone, they are with someone they know. Everything's about timeline, family, okay? Everything's about timeline. And I feel like I am getting a female energy. They came out in my first reading and my second reading. There's a female that's tied to this case, okay? See, what the 13 need to be looking into, I feel like they're not looking into. There's a female that's tied to this case. And I feel like that female was at the bar also. That's right. She was at the bar also. But anyway, not alone. They are with someone they know, bound. And let me say this: if she wasn't at the bar, he trying to meet up with her, and it's really who she was with, okay? Because everything was a setup. Bound. I told you, robbed, stolen, personal goods taken, personal items, wallet, money, and phone. He was robbed. That's why his personal items were scattered. And this is the back. Question their partner. Okay? Question their partner. Cause see, I'm gonna be honest with many of you. I was getting the energy, something pertaining to one of his frat brothers. Notice what I said, to one of his brothers. I was getting the energy to something pertaining to one of the frat brothers that he could have had issues with on that night particular. Um, or they could have had an issue with Riley. I don't know if it was over a female. Let me just say that. But somebody felt jaded, and I'm also getting the energy of somebody want revenge also. Okay, because whoever this individual is, for some reason they had it out for Riley. Okay, they had it out for Riley. And remember, money passed out, payoff is coming out as well. Okay, they came out my reading as well. And you know the thing about it, it might not even come out. The truth will not be televised, the whole truth, because there's more to the story. And you know these schools do not want their so-called um, groups when it comes to fraternity involving anything shady. Y'all know that, okay? Y'all know that, and they will try to cover up when it comes to any of their frat brothers that's playing a part in this. Okay, all I'm saying is I feel like one of the frat brothers is definitely playing a part in Riley being sabotaged at the bar. That's all I'm saying. Okay, 'cause to me this was a humiliation ritual. Okay, but see it backfired because things got out of hand. You know, Riley was kicked out the bar, and things started to snowball downhill from there. Being tempted of making repeated offensive, not to be trusted. I feel like it's the energy of the person that was in the vehicle with Riley. Secretly meeting up with someone. I feel like this was his intentions, but he was wasted. Cause see, there was a lot on his phone that has not been revealed to the public. Okay. Joker slash suspect, you rejected me and put me down with your words. I will get you back. I will get I will get what I want. And I kept getting the word offer, offer. I feel like the ultimate offer was they would offer him a ride. Okay. I'm getting a sip of my coffee, family. But you know what? It doesn't matter what I say. 'Cause at the end of the day, if the authorities don't take these tips seriously, it is what it is. It is for them to take it seriously. It's one thing for us to know what we know, but the authorities don't take it these tips seriously that's coming in. What can you do? All we can do is just sit back and hope for the best. The power of the Holy Spirit is with all truth. So you can clarity about the energy surrounding Riley Strain. Where is Riley Strain? What happened to Riley Strain? Where is Riley Strain? What happened to Riley Strain? Where is Riley Strain? What happened to Riley Strain? Where is Riley Strain? What happened to Riley Strain? Where is Riley Strain? What happened to Riley Strain? I told y'all this right here. I told y'all this energy right here is what went down at the bar. Okay, what went down at the bar is this energy right here. I told you. Okay, we're gonna do it bit by bit. Okay, right here I got mental breakdown, stress, worry, and anxiety, humiliation, crime, shame, them getting them back, revenge. I'm gonna read that again. Humiliation, and I feel like that was a humiliation ritual that was going on at the bar. Humiliation, crime, shame them, getting them back, revenge. And the humiliation is getting him, excuse me, putting something in his drink. Okay, I feel like his drink was spiked and making him look, what I'm saying, making him act in a way to where he's been humiliated, okay, due to how he's carrying himself being high, all right? Pretty much making him like a fool. Boundaries are being crossed, back off. I feel like this is the energy right here where he got in the car, in the vehicle. Speaking up, no one is listening on deaf ears. So I feel like Riley was speaking up about something that was going on with him because I was getting also energy of bullying, okay? But anyway, it was going on deaf ears. And see, that could have been going on behind the scenes also. I got here, ritual, a bad prank gone wrong, gone too far. I feel like it's the energy with his so-called frat brothers. And see, I wasn't there. It may not be the energy of all of them, but it was definitely the energy of one of them. Okay, that's what I feel. Unoccupied home chimney. What stands out to me is unoccupied home. Okay, abandoned house. But I'm still getting wreckage. Okay, so it could be abandoned car or wreckage car on that property. or more than one. Okay, I keep getting dump site. Removing them. Now listen, listen. Removing them from one location to another transfer. This friend or group, no loyalty, no trust. But nobody wants to look at day one how things unfolded. Okay, I know we're looking for Riley, but we still have to go back to the beginning, how things transpired the way they did. It still started at that bar, and who was he with? And what is this about? A prank ritual gone wrong. I've already shuffled the deck. I'm just continuing until the spirit tells me to stop. Under bridge train tracks could be more evidence in this area. Under bridge train tracks. Remember, they were scattering evidence around to throw people off. I thought I was being helped. I was fooled. He thought he was being helped. He was walking and stumbling. Finally, somebody offered him a ride. You get it? Competition, beef, and drama over someone standing their ground. It says competition. That's like competing for the same person of interest. Okay, I feel like this energy is the energy of Riley and his one of his so-called frat brothers. Okay, remember somebody's trying to get him back, but see, it's more to the story. See, as far as how things snowballed. Well, let me just say how things started off and snowballed to this right here, him going missing. I'm tired of the games and being lied to. Moving on. It's like Riley having an aha moment. He said, "You know what? I don't got time for this shit. I'm moving on." And I don't know if Riley come from a well-do family that has money, but I'm also getting the energy of feeling used, if you know what I mean. Especially if he's someone that's known to, you know, uh, always have money on him. You know, you can't have people that will rally around you and they want you to be paying for this, paying for that. You know what I'm trying to say? I feel like that's the energy I'm getting also with Riley. You know, getting tired of being used. Hmm. Seeking clarity or inner energy surrounding Riley's strain. We led to disappearing. What happened to Riley? Where is Riley? What happened to Riley? Where is Riley? What happened to Riley's strain? Where is Riley? What happened to Riley's strain? Where is Riley? What happened to Riley? Where is Riley? Sabotage, lure them out, set them up. Sabotage, lure them out, set them up. And somebody is a criminal. They're known for breaking the law. That's playing a part in his disappearance. Explosive, sudden impulses, aggression, violent behavior. Unbalanced mental struggles. Removing evidence from the home cleanup. Notice it keeps saying home. Home. Street gangs, thugs. So he definitely had encountered some individuals, okay, that's up to no good. Suspect killer sustained a wound during the murder. What are they hiding? So whoever this individual is, okay, Riley put up a good fight because they have been wounded as well. And I'm sure they're walking around trying to hide it. Stranded, left, dropped off, abandoned, helpless. He was stranded somewhere. I hope y'all seen the picture now, okay? The bigger picture here. Now I got clue the word crane, lifting and moving material. Now this is a clue. When I think about crane, I think about construction site, possibly an area where they're like building homes, okay? Or you can use crane when it comes to wreckage, also to where they are moving wreckage items, material. But the word crane is a clue in this case, okay? Crane. Somebody driving a crane, um, moving, material. Who they know in higher positions that can protect them, their associates, history, background. Hmm. Now, this the part right here, the truth will not be televised. It's more to the story. Now, what comes to me is when I think about frat brothers fraternity, the school can protect them. I don't believe all of them is playing a part, but I keep getting a hit on one that could be possibly playing a part as far as why Riley was sabotaged inside of the bar. I don't feel like the company itself was at fault. Um, but somebody can know someone inside the company as far as paying them. All I know is it's somebody behind the scenes. It's somebody behind the scene got pulled. Let me just say that, okay? Somebody behind the scene got pulled. I'm just gonna say it like that. Condescending, being rude with someone, eye rolling, sarcasm, jokes, belittling them as superior. And I feel like this is the energy when it comes to, Riley and the energy, the background energy of what he was dealing with in that group. Okay, authorities turn a blind eye to. Now listen. Authority turns a blind eye to tips and information coming in. Slow progress. Notice they're always shutting down tips and rumors because I guess it don't make no sense to them, but it makes sense to us. It makes sense to us, but it doesn't make sense to them. Victim, that would be Riley, okay? Victim, I do not want this. I did not agree to this. I want to go home. See, whoever picked Riley up had other plans for him, okay? And I feel like boundaries were being crossed inside of the vehicle that he was with. If y'all know what I mean. But anyway, he's saying, what is this? I didn't agree to this. I want to go home. Let me out. I didn't agree to this. See what I'm saying? I did not agree to this. I want to go home. I want no part of this. Lost and stranded. Stranded came out twice. Abandoned. Abandoned house, shed, or barn. So it looked like to me, we're looking at outside of the area. Okay? We're looking at outside of the area, not the area to where the car was found. His bank card was found. We're looking at outside of the area. See, the joke is really on a lot of us, the public. They got us looking in the area where the water is and where this car was found. Uh-uh. It says abandoned house, shed, or barn. I was getting abandoned house or building, period. But there's still like a dumping site in that area, okay? 'Cause I keep getting the word wreckage. I think about vehicles. That's like in the country, ain't it? That's like in the country. It might not be the country, but yeah. Look at this. When I see a message like this, I think about the country. It says back road, back rocky road. It says rocky road. Is there an area that's not that far from where Riley went missing that has back roads to where they look rocky looking? And it possibly might not be no street light. The way I keep getting the word dark, it might not be no street lights on this road. I'm gonna shuffle one more time. We're gonna end this reading. Now y'all see what I mean when it comes to the authorities' energy. They feel like they're being fucked, if you know what I mean. Okay, getting to run around. This says they feel control. Once my power back, I want out. He's saying he want out. Question their employment or side hustle. Look at that word again. Question their employment. Something about employment. Somebody employment. Plotting and planning. Well, I wonder behind the scenes who was plotting and planning. Maybe it was those street thugs that was watching him because he was being watched. Okay, he was being followed, even though it's not shown on camera. But you can't follow somebody across the street. Also, Guilt by association. So I think about somebody that rarely knows guilt by association. Whoever he knows, the person that they are associated with. You get it? Guilt by association. Being invited to a event to have fun, being social. Well, that's confirmation. He was invited to a social event with his frat brothers out for drinks at a bar. Don't it make sense to you? And you know what? This may be something that he normally wouldn't partake in, but see, he was invited to this social event. This was a hit payoff. Oh, but nobody wants to hear this, don't you? It lets you know it's more to the story. Abandoned building. Sabotage the other. Get rid of. I hate to say it. Riley was sabotage family. This came out in I think my first or second reading. Clue, street name. Riley is somewhere to where a street has a name of a person. It could be the first name or last name. Just think of any kind of name. Let me say it like this. Think of a street that has a name of a person. That's the best way I can say it, okay? But he's somewhere to where that's a street that has a name of a person. It's a clue. Near street of a person's name. And it came out. Paranoid in fear for their life. Someone's out to hurt them or unalive them. Being controlled. I'm sorry. Being confronted. Back off from me. Leave me alone. I'm getting a hit on this. I'm getting a hit on this. Dating history of victim or friend. And this could be the catalyst. I feel like some kind of love interest. Um, I don't know if one of Riley's friends, whoever he was seeing, had eyes for Riley. But what I do know is there's a female that's attached to this equation also from that perspective. Let me just say that, okay? Competition around, compete for the same person of interest. See how my messages start to repeat themselves? It says competition around. compete for the same person of interest. The need to stop overindulgence, partying, and alcohol. This came out in my past reading, probably the second reading I did on him. I feel like this right here is background energy. Even I had this. I don't. This don't. I feel like this doesn't have anything to do with the present situation. Okay. I feel like there was something going on with Riley behind the scenes. Um, in the past energy as far as I don't know if he was being bullied or being harassed, okay? But I feel like that's what this energy is talking about. If it's not pertaining to his frat brother, it's pertaining to something. Let me just say that. But it just says clue. Question why did they purchase a gun for protection? But I feel like this is pertaining to past energies. Um as far as him being harassed by somebody, okay? By somebody. This is a clue. Private property, no trespassing. That's a clue. Private property, no trespassing. Location, outside. Suitcase, duffel bags. And I did mention possibly a dump site. So it might you might see something like this out there also. I'm praying that he's in nothing like that, okay? This just says back trunk transported, feels isolated. I am just so irritated with this case because, like I said, everything depends on the authorities. No matter what come out in my spread or anybody else's, if the authorities don't look into these clues, the tips that are coming in from the public, none of this means anything. Okay, it would just be for y'all, y'all ears only, and pretty much going on the deaf ears of the authorities. One more time, and that's it. I'm just very passionate. Like and share, I appreciate it. This is the back. You see that dark? It says dark hole. Dark hole came out in my first reading, I think it was my first reading. It could be in the second one. But it's something to it. Dark hole, dark or well. But the key word is dark hole. And I will say this, some overpath do have like a tunnel system underneath them, okay? It's very dark. People have been placed in those as well. Let me just say that, okay? But I'm getting that he was bound. This says rejected scorn ex that wants revenge. I feel like this is background Jush. Somebody ex. While I'm shuffling, I was hearing in my right ear it sounded like somebody's moaning. I feel like when Riley was after they done whatever they did to him, okay, I feel like he was left and abandoned, but he was alive when they left him. But I feel like he was injured so bad. I don't know if one of his organs was affected, but I was hearing moaning in my right ear. So with that being said, um, I feel like he was injured real bad. Okay, that's just me. To where he was moaning in pain. That's what's coming to me, moaning in pain. And possibly he could have been bleeding also. They just keep him in our prayers. This is the back right here. Broken promises, ignorance. I took something against my better judgment. This says experience problems that affects your work or relationships. That can be due to your emotion being unbalanced. Okay, overdosing in drugs and alcohol. That can affect your work performance. It just says experiencing problems that affect your work or relationships. The Joker wanted more from the victim that they were not willing to give. They felt rejected. Something about false timelines. Something is off in this case. I said that before. Deception, false events, question everything. And like I say, it's more to the story, family. It's more to the story. And we already know that one of those frat brothers was caught in a lie when they was as far as what they told the 911, telling about he left out from the back when really he left out from the front, okay? And who knows what other, deception that was in the frat brother statement, okay? That was off. I told you. Look at that. There's more to the story. What needs to be said is not said. I told you guys, as long as you send this right here, the ultimate truth will not be televised. Right now, everybody's interest is on where is Riley, okay? And that's understandable, but as you see, there's more to the story. Anything else, Divine Spirit wants to know about Riley before we end this reading? Anything else that we need to know about Riley? Anything else we need to know about Riley? Anything else we need to know about Riley? This is it, family. Okay, I'm getting ready to end it. I'm getting ready to end it. I always stop when the spirit tell me to stop. I feel like it's more the spirit want us to know, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. The main thing is where's Riley, and we're just going to pray for his safe return. Okay, we're going to pray that Riley will be found no matter what. These are my intuitive energy reading on Riley Strain family. Um, I'm going to share what I have here. A lot came out, got me kind of scratching my head. Cause remember, it's more to the story. Um, yeah, it's definitely more to the story here, and I'm not trying to elaborate on it. I let y'all figure that out. Okay, I let y'all figure that out on your own. But all I know is with my gifts, the spirit be telling me things. The spirit be revealing to me energy is going on behind the scenes. Okay, and it's something to it. That's all I can say. All right. Being selected, singled out, targeted. Being selected, singled out, targeted. And we all know that Riley stood out like a sore thumb. Inside, I'm sorry, hidden inside underground or basement area. Now I know we got outside, but see, a lot happened within that time frame that he was with these people, okay? Everything's about timelines. This is one of the timelines, okay? So maybe one of these abandoned homes has a basement. Just saying, okay? Taken, betrayal. And in order for that to be a betrayal, you have to know somebody. I feel like, Raleigh knew one of the individuals, okay? I feel like he knew one of the individuals. Um, that female engine stand out to me big time, but it could be due to associate of somebody that he knows. I say that, okay? Because I am getting that a stranger is involved. Let me just say that. I'm looking at three people. I'm just a messenger. Don't come for me. Question mom, male friend, or boyfriend. Now, I don't think mom has a boyfriend. Uh, I know mom is married. Okay. Mom is married. And I'm going to go ahead and show you this also. This came out also. Now, this says question mom, male friend, or boyfriend. Okay. But I feel like the end is trying to look for us to look at this question step parent for whatever reason. And you know that step parent is doing all the damn talking. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Mom might be in a state to where she can't talk, but then his father is there. His father can speak up on behalf of his son. I just think that's interesting how the step parent is doing all the talking. But anyway, it has here step parent. I wonder what his background is. I'm just curious. Suspect lives near the scene of the crime. Off a walking trail close by a creek area, remote location. Stolen. We know drugs is playing a part here because somebody put something in this drink, drugs. Depression, dealing with personal issues and struggles. Captured by a person or a corruption organization who may be killed or injured. Location, wooded area, remote, behind houses. You see how my mentions are repeating themselves. So whatever that location that he's in, that city, I believe that's a city area. They need to go to the neighborhoods, okay? going to little neighborhood areas. Drunk, intoxicated, affected by alcohol, losing control. Now listen, these people know where the cameras are. You hear me? Strike now. No one's around. Remote location. Because they know where the cameras are. It say strike now. He was followed. Look, now this could have a lot to do with that establishment, okay, that he was at. Company employees see but overlooking the obvious. They turn a blind eye to the evidence. And I feel like somebody at that establishment, they saw what was going on, but I guess they're like, well, you know what? Don't got nothing to do with me. I'm mind my business. Moving on, not looking back. And I feel like this is the energy of Riley when he left the bar. Moving on. Self sabotage due to the past negative thinking and actions caught up with them karma. One thing about self sabotage, I just think about poor judgment, okay? Poor judgment as far as how Riley was moving that night. Not far, listen, not far surrounding neighborhood areas. Agent that works for the company in the know working together. Yeah, so somebody in that establishment, they're in the know as well, okay? I don't want to say it's a waiter, but somebody's in the know. They hear what they hear and they see what they see. Agent that works for the company in the know working together. When I think about agent, I think about somebody spying, looking out. Dragged across the floor, concrete or path. So he was dragged also across the floor, concrete or path. Near construction site, hidden. Remember, we saw the word crane. So it could be a new neighborhood development, okay, or an old one. It could be an old neighborhood development. Maybe they're tearing down some of these houses, okay. But also, I think about dumping site. Also, keep all of that in mind. I got the word wreckage. Somebody, when I think about wreckage, I think about tearing down. Um, Not building up but tearing down. That's what comes to me also. Okay. But anyway, I was getting the word wreckage because it came out in my second reading. So he could be somewhere at a dump near a dump site in a neighborhood. But this says near construction site hidden. This came out in my first reading. Dark, tight space, lack of air, needs help trapped. Somebody want payback, revenge. It's more to the story, family. And lastly, it says puppet master, calling the shots behind the scenes. Somebody's calling shots behind the scenes, and they are doing their bidding. You hear me? They are doing their bidding. Whether it be three or more, all I know is they're doing their bidding, and somebody behind the scenes calling the shots. I don't know everything, family. I know what I know, okay? And there are times it's hard for me to try to get an idea where, I mean, it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle, but see, it's a lot going on behind the scenes that we know nothing about as far as why things escalated the way they did. Okay, and there's always a beginning. Okay, so anyway, and with that beginning, who's calling the shots? Okay, the ultimate beginning is Riley being at that bar and with his frat brothers. But something definitely jumped out there. He was kicked out. But it's still more to the story when it comes to the frat brothers. Okay, I'm getting hit on one of them, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But it looked like to me, whatever was going on with the bar. Okay, 'cause I feel like he was sabotaged at the bar first. Um, it snowballed out of control. Okay, they didn't expect for it to escalate the way it did as far as him going missing. That's the point I'm trying to make, okay? So anyway, um, this is my reading on Raleigh Strain. A lot came out. I know, but please know, whatever the authorities do know, they're not going to speak up on it. They're going to keep a lot to themselves. And but I still feel like they are getting the runaround, okay? Because somebody really don't want the ultimate truth to come out, and due to the fact that they're getting the runaround, there's a lot of truth that they are receiving, but they feel like they're being, excuse me, fucked over. Okay. And they're definitely picking up on deception. But what are they are willing to accept and receive? It's up to the authorities. For those that know JR, please tell JR to really get his thinking cap on, his good instinct, and, kind of move a little further outwardly, and I know it's not gonna be easy for him to go that route because, if it don't make sense to him to go that route, he's not gonna do it. I get it. But for him to stay right in that area, I feel like all he's gonna get is a lot of crumbs, okay? A lot of crumbs. But anyway, I'm through. Dump sites, family, dump sites, neighborhood areas, dump sites, okay? That's all I can say. Um, Crane stood out, construction sites stood out, um, and most importantly, wreckage stood out in my reading. That's all I can say. Okay. Peace and thank you for watching, and bye for now.